Hello, my name is Alyssa, and today I'm going to be giving a short lecture on the internationally renowned Japanese architect Arata Isozaki. Arata Isozaki is an architect, architectural theorist, and city planner that was born in Oita City, Japan on July 23, 1931, shortly before World War II. Witnessing the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, as well as the destruction of his own city, his first experience with architecture was the void of architecture, that there was none. Living on ground zero with no limits to his imagination, he became interested in the rebuilding of homes and cities, going on to study architecture and engineering at the University of Tokyo, where he also pursued an architectural doctoral program later on. He studied under one of Japan's most honored and significant architects, Kenzo Tengi, before leaving to start his own firm in 1963 called Arata Isozaki and Associates. Over the course of his long and successful career, he has written many books on architectural theory and design, designed and built over 100 buildings, and more recently was awarded the Pritzker Architecture Prize in 2019. Isozaki's style is a unique blend of different styles as he allows different influences to come together in his work. When it came to the rebuilding of Japanese cities post-World War II, Isozaki characterized change to be his style. He stated, "In order to find the most appropriate way to solve these problems, I could not dwell upon a single style. Change became constant. Paradoxically, this came to be my own style." We can see evidence of this changing style in each of his buildings, as their designs are specific to the social, political, and cultural context of the project's client and site. We see metabolism, brutalism, modernism, postmodernism, neoclassical, and Mannerist architecture, just to name a few such influences, further highlighting the fact that Isozaki never stuck to a single architectural style. Instead, he used all the ideas to come up with solutions for each project. We will delve further into Isozaki's approach to architecture with some examples of his work. The Oita Prefecture Library is the first public commission of Isozaki and helped to launch his career in the world of architecture. He used a concrete system of suspended tubular beams to combine spatial, structural, and mechanical systems. Built in 1966, this building can be thought of as brutalist because of its blocky nature, geometric elements, and use of concrete that make this building appear massive and monolithic. The many spaces within this building were also formed to serve more than one function. However, we also see hints of metabolism as it was inspired by a human skeletal system, which provided an open-ended structure for growth. This can be seen with the open tips of the tubes. We might also think that he was inspired by the work of Paul Rudolph, whose work can be seen here on the right and closely resembles that of Isozaki's library. The Oita Prefecture Library was later converted by Isozaki into the art complex that it is today, showing how the way space is used can change over time. The Museum of Contemporary Arts in Los Angeles, built in 1986, was Isozaki's first international project and one of his best known in the United States. The building is described by Isozaki as a village in a valley of skyscrapers, as he created this sunken red stone structure to contrast its surroundings of the Bunker Hill glass and steel high-rise towers and their extreme heights. In order to meet the many demands of developers, Isozaki had to make some concessions to his original design. So much of the museum is below street level. This has proven to be problematic in that the surrounding skyscrapers seem to hide the museum away, its entrance actually being quite difficult to find. With its many historical references, this postmodern building is quite strange. The ticket office is a cube wrapped in green aluminum panels. A barrel vault sits on top of the red sandstone pillars, with the rest of the building also being of that same material. And glass pyramids in the roof act as a skylight for the museum, highlighting the courtyard exhibition space below. These vaguely traditional geometric forms are also abstract in a way. Influenced by the Western golden ratio in combination with East Asian principles of positive and negative space, Isozaki creates an almost playful nature with these forms and materials. Again, we see that Isozaki does not conform to any one architectural style. Finally, we have the Art Tower Mito, built in 1990 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Mito, Japan being designated as an official city. It is a comprehensive cultural facility divided into three sections: a concert hall, a theater, and a gallery for contemporary art. The titanium tower is composed of 28 contiguous tetrahedrons with windows on them, and the tetrahedrons are placed on top of each other, each set at a different angle to form a helix structure. Isozaki envisioned a lasting architecture, choosing titanium as the material to represent this. Titanium, although quite costly, is highly resistant to corrosion and weathering, and this tower became a pioneer for the large-scale use of titanium in buildings. Each panel had to be calculated carefully to ensure integrity against natural forces. Not only that, but putting together such a tower required a great deal of planning and thought because each panel was incredibly heavy. This hyper-modernistic and provocative tower pushes the boundaries of design and stands as a shining symbol of Mito Japan. Arata Isozaki is an avant-garde architect that has made his mark on the world of architecture with his innovative designs and his willingness to use all architectural styles to create works that are conscious of the specific context. His contribution to the canon of architectural modernism is not only the bold new structures he created that pays close attention to the materials used and functions of the spaces, but also his unique approach to design that allows every influence a place in his thought process in order to create solutions that are contextually fitting.